CRPC says that an arrested person cannot be detained by the police more than 24 hours. If the person of the accused is required by the police for the purpose of completion of evidence, then police shall apply before the magistrate for the physical remand of the accused under section 167 CRPC. No, it is the discretion of the magistrate to allow or to refuse the remand petition submitted by the police. It is also the discretion of the magistrate. If a police is seeking remand for a period of 10 days, magistrate may allow for a period of 2 days. This is his discretion. But on what grounds physical remand of an accused for the purpose of investigation shall be granted to the accused for the completion of investigation? That grounds are not mentioned in section 167 CRPC in CRPC. The relevant grounds and the method to grant or to refuse remand sought by the police is mentioned in chapter 11B of High Court Rules and Orders, volume 3. Chapter 11B, volume 3, High Court Rules and Orders. After that, a very much important section of CRPC is coming, section 169 CRPC. Prior to discussing the section 169 CRPC, I want to tell my brothers that there are 3 methods of investigation. Number 1, investigation can be completed while arresting the accused. Investigation can be completed if the accused is on pre-arrest bail from the court of law. He can be joined in the investigation. His version can be recorded. And the third method is that without formally arresting or without obtaining protective bail order from the court of law, investigation can be conducted. How it can be conducted? While deferring the arrest of accused, known as in the police language giriftari intibah mein rakhna. This power can be exercised by the police under section 169 CRPC, that with police rule 26.2, chapter arrest, escape and custody, chapter number 26, volume 3, rule 26.2, power to defer the arrest. This is a section 169 CRPC under which a arrested person or a person taken into custody by the police can be released while taking personal bond from him. Under this section, police can also bail out a person accused of a cognizable offence. Then next section is section 172, case diaries. 172. What is the case diary? Relevant section to record the case diary in police rule is rule 25.57. What is the case diary? Case diary is a movement of police officer, daily movement of police officer during the course of investigation. All the proceedings which were completed by the investigating officer during investigation shall be mentioned in case diary. In Urdu language, this is also known as Zimni. What is the law about Zimni? In one day, only one Zimni can be written by the IO. Within a period of 24 hours, only one Zimni can be recorded. We have seen in our practical life that Zimni number 1 was started by the IO, and while conducting investigation, time was 12 at night, and next date start after 12 night. Then Zimni number 1 cannot be continued. After 12 night, Zimni number 2 shall be recorded. Number 3, this is a privilege record. This is a privilege record. You can't get copy of it because this is not a public document within the meaning of Qanun Shahadat Order 1984. I often say to my colleagues that we daily in our practical life have photocopy of police file in our brief, and I used to say to my friends that we are holding a stolen property in our briefs, because you can't get copy of the case diaries being privilege record. Though it is a privilege record, but at the time of trial, please, and Zimni is also to be written as per Police Rule Form 25.54 Part 1. There are two parts of Zimni. Zimni consists of two parts, Zimni Andruni and Zimni Beruni. What is Zimni Beruni and what is Zimni Andruni? From where the Zimni starting page, this is Zimni Beruni, and subsequent to the first page, which is Zimni Beruni, all the proceedings shall be recorded on the prescribed form Zimni Beruni, including the statements under section 161 CRPC. When I was discussing section 161 CRPC, I told to my friends that statement under section 161 CRPC can only be used by the accused, not by the prosecution, at the time of trial before the court of law. Question is whether during the trial proceedings, accused can use the case diaries recorded by the IO during the course of investigation. Section 157 of Qanun Shahadat Order 1984 says that at the time of trial, if investigating officer, while making the statement before the court, refresh his memory while seeing the case diaries The portion seen by the investigating officer for the purpose of refreshing his memory can also be seen and used by the accused. If during cross-examination, while answering the questions put to the IO during cross-examination and while answering consult his police file, peruse the remains, the portion which shall be perused by him can also be perused and used by the accused. And there I want to bring into your notice two famous statements on the subject for guidance. First case is reported in PLD 1992, Lahore, page 336. And second is PLD 2018. PLD 2018 Lahore, Peshawar, page 157. These are two important judgments. After perusing these judgments, your concept shall be clear. How the criminal document of a police can be used before the court of law. Then the next and last section of law is section 173. CRPC is a finalization of investigation. There are three types of report under section 173 CRPC. Report 173 CRPC means final report of a police officer prepared and submitted by the concerned SHO. Firstly, then at the end of investigation, positive report under section 173 CRPC known as challan. Secondly, negative report under section 173 CRPC known as cancellation report akhraj. Thirdly, untraced report under section 173 CRPC if the culprits are not traced by the police. Efforts were made but culprits were not traced. So there are three types of reports under section 173 CRPC: challan, akhraj and adam pata. Untraced. Challan, akhraj, adam pata. There is no fourth form. There are only three types, three kinds. If report under section 173 CRPC is prepared in positive, in shape of challan, this is the form. In first column, the name of complainant shall be mentioned. In its column number 2, two types of accused shall be mentioned. Number 1, the accused persons who were declared innocent by the police during the course of investigation and who were challanned by the police at the mercy of the court. عدالت کے رحم و کرم پر چلان کیا جا رہا ہے. Their names shall be mentioned in column number 2 of report under section 173 CRPC with blue ink. With blue ink. The second and the accused persons who did not surrender before the process of law after the registration of FIR and who absconded, who did not join the investigation, who did not surrender before the court of law to get his pre-arrest bail, who was not arrested by the police and was ultimately declared proclaimed offender by the police, being not available, being not arrested but wanted. The names of ex-founders shall be written in this column number 2 with red ink. This is the difference between the proclaimed offenders and the accused persons who were declared innocent during the course of investigation. Then the next column of challan is column number 3. In this column, the names of those accused persons shall be mentioned who were found connected with the commission of offence, who were found guilty during the course of investigation. Then, in the next column of this report, the names of witnesses shall be mentioned who shall be produced before the accused, against the accused before the court of law during trial proceedings. Then, next to this column, there is a column in respect of case property. Which of the articles, weapons, which of the case property was recovered during the course of investigation and was taken into possession. The last column is a column of brief facts. Substance of the information, substance of FIR shall be mentioned, and all the proceedings of investigation conducted by the IO along with the result of the investigation shall be mentioned in the brief facts. And this report shall be submitted before the court within a period of 14 days. If a complete report is not prepared, an incomplete report under section 173 CRPC can be submitted, and even if incomplete challan is not submitted, then the law requires that police shall at least prepare and submit interim police report under section 173 CRPC before the court of law.
अच्छा जी, अब मेरा कोई भी भाई और मेरा कोई भी बहन जो है, अगर उनके ज़हन में कोई एम्बिग्विटी है, अगर मुझसे कोई बात पूछना चाहे तो मैं हाजिर हूँ।
मैं ये करता हूँ, असल में ये जो ज़िम्मी है ना, ये 2 किस्मों में मुश्किल, एक तो एक दिन में एक ज़िम्मी लिखी जाती है, तो दूसरे जहाँ से ज़िम्मी शुरू होती है ना, जहाँ से उसका आगाज करते हैं, वो जिस फार्म में लिखा जाता है उसको ज़िम्मी कहते हैं। बाकी जितनी भी कार्रवाई समेत बयानात दफा 162 जो कुछ भी लिखा जाता है वो ज़िम्मी कानूनी कहते हैं।
लेकिन सर ज़िम्मी तो रोज लिखी जा रही है
जी,
वो एक ही काम पे नहीं लिखी जा रही, एक ही किस्म के वहाँ पे रोज
नहीं, फार्म एक किस्म का है, ज़िम्मी का नंबर रहता है, नंबर ज़िम्मी का ज़िम्मी नंबर 1, ज़िम्मी नंबर 2, ज़िम्मी नंबर 3, जितनी भी ज़िम्मियाँ लिखी जाएंगी उनका जो स्टार्टिंग फार्म जहाँ से शुरू होती है ज़िम्मी, वो फार्म ज़िम्मी कानूनी है, बाकी सारी कार्रवाई ज़िम्मी अंदरूनी के फार्म में लिखी जाएगी। ये
इसको थोड़ा सा मैं उसका उस्तादों की इजाज़त से एक ही डेट की अगर तफ्तीश चल रही है, फर्स्ट पेज कानूनी होगा और एक ही दिन की जो बकिया तफ्तीश है, जो पहले पेज के बाद 1, 2, 3 पेज होंगे वो अंदरूनी होंगे। इसके अलावा वो 154 के हवाले से किसी बार मेंबर को 156 के हवाले से कन्फ्यूजन है तो प्लीज़ पार्टिसिपेट करें, ये आपका पार्टिसिपेशन ज़रूरी है। आज हमारे पास फैसला मौजूद है तो आपको बड़ा अच्छे तरीके से गाइड कर सकते हैं।